So welcome to the first Sharps in Isolation in September. I can't believe we're in September already, but here we are. I've just had a request from Graham to review for newcomers the review on what gets sung. Anything gets sung, whatever you want gets sung. Go for it. If it doesn't go down well, you'll know, but I haven't seen anything not go down well yet. So, yeah, there you go. So, without further ado, over to Anne. Welcome, Anne, for our first song of the evening, setting the tone, no doubt. And after Anne, it will be Maggie and Pete.
Unmute. Yes, unmute. Okay. Right. Okay. An optimistic song for a change. It's so early that the moon still thinks it's night. Stars are fading with the first rosy light. Over the hill the sun will come up soon. That big red sun brings a brand new day. Bring me the new start I've been waiting for. What have you got in store today? It's so early that the moon still thinks it's night. Stars are fading with the first rosy light. Over the hill the sun will come up soon. For all of the time I have wasted, for all of the dreams that were lost along the way, I'll give everything I've got to this new day. It's so early that the moon still thinks it's night. Stars are fading with the first rosy light. Over the hill the sun will come up soon. Over the hill the sun will come up soon, 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 soon.
Lovely.
Lovely start.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't have to worry about whether it was suitable or not, because you encouragingly told us anything went, really.
And that
Thank
was
you.
lovely, and yeah, very optimistic for a folk club. You have raised the tone beyond the death and destruction that we often go for. So
These
lovely.
are not optimistic times.
So Maggie and Pete are next, and then we will have Simon Prager, please. So
Just
first
so
Maggie
everyone
and
knows, I have the power to mute everyone, so I'll be doing that before each singer starts, and then you'll just have to unmute yourselves if it's you.
thanks,
So,
Caroline. Sorry, forgot to mention you as the
Fine.
mute meister.
Right. We're being separate tonight, or discontinuous, or whatever the current phrase is. This is the opening track on the first album put out by the Golden Ring, and I'm sure our American performers could tell us more about the Golden Ring. All I know is they made some really great albums a long time ago, and I think they were famous for doing mega performances with hundreds of them on the stage at some of the Eastern folk festivals. But this is the very first track. Oh, and Neil Rogers reckoned this could have been a square dance call where you swap partners every time, because the final verse, when you get back to your original partner, goes, "I'm going home with the one I love." But I don't know. No evidence on that at all. Waterbound and I can't get home. Waterbound, I can't get home. Waterbound and I can't get home. Down in North Carolina, chickens clucking in the old cow yard. Chickens clucking in the old cow yard. Chickens clucking in the old cow yard. Down in North Carolina. Waterbound and I can't get home. Waterbound, I can't get home. Waterbound and I can't get home. Down in North Carolina. Me and Sal and Tom's going home. Me and Sal and Tom's going home. Me and Sal and Tom's going home. Down in North Carolina. Waterbound and I can't get home. Waterbound, I can't get home. Waterbound and I can't get home. Down in North Carolina. The old man's mad and I don't care. The old man's mad and I don't care. The old man's mad and I don't care. Gonna wed his daughter. Waterbound and I can't get home. Waterbound, I can't get home. Waterbound and I can't get home. Down in North Carolina. If you don't give her up, we're gonna run away. If you don't give her up, we're gonna run away. If you don't give her up, we're gonna run away. Down in North Carolina. Waterbound and I can't get home. Waterbound, I can't get home. Waterbound and I can't get home. Down in North Carolina. I'm going home with the one I love. I'm going home with the one I love. I'm going home with the one I love. Down in North Carolina. Waterbound and I can't get home. Waterbound, I can't get home. Waterbound and I can't get home. Down in North Carolina.
The cheer continues, kind of.
I've got a bit of misery, and well, we kind of swapped continents. He's did an American song. This one, a friend of mine recently read this bit of Shakespeare, and it got under my skin. And I found a tune by someone called Samuel Pickman. It's a funeral song, so it's proper miserable. Fear no more the heat of the sun, nor the furious rages. Thou thy worldly task hast done, home has gone and ta'en thy wages. Golden lads and girls all must, as chimney sweepers come to dust. Fear no more the frown of the great. Thou art past the tyrant's stroke. Care no more to clothe or eat. The reed to thee is as the oak. The sceptre learning physic must all follow this and come to dust. Fear no more the lightning flash, nor the ill-dreaded thunderstone. Fear not slender
Yes.
censure rash. Thou hast finished joy and moan. All lovers young, all lovers must consign to this and come to dust. No exorciser harm thee, no nor witchcraft charm thee. Nothing ill come near thee, nothing ill come near thee. Quiet consummation have, and renowned be thy grave. Quiet consummation have, and renowned be thy grave.
Hey.
Great, thanks, Maggie.
Set the tone for misery.
Yeah, so back in the discomfort zone, definitely. Okay, so who's next? Oh, all the names have started moving around like they
Simon,
used
you
to.
said-
That's very annoying. But I did call Simon next, and then it will be Clive.
Are we all muted? Okay. This is a song that I got from Jelly Roll Morton, and I've always fancied singing it, but I've never tried before. And it's called Buddy Bolden's Blues, and it's Buddy Bolden was the first jazz band in New Orleans, and there are references to Judge Fogarty, who was a famous judge, who apparently all the sentences he ever gave were $25 or 30 days in the pen. And since $25 was a fortune, it just meant 30 days. And Frankie Dewson was also a member of Buddy Bolden's band. Thought I heard Buddy Bolden say, "You're nasty, you're dirty, take it away. You're terrible, you're awful, take it away." That's what I heard him say. Thought I heard Buddy Bolden shout, "Open up that window, let the bad air out. Open up that window, let the foul air out." That's what I heard him shout. I thought I heard Judge Fogarty say, "30 days in the pen now, take him away. Give him a good room to sweep with, take him away." That's what I heard him say. I thought I heard Frankie Dewson shout, "Give me that money, gonna beat it out. Give me that money, gonna beat it out." That's what I heard him shout. what I heard Buddy Bolden say. You're nasty, you're dirty, take it away. You're horrible, you're awful, take it away. That's what I heard him say.
Brilliant.
Much appreciation there, Simon. Thank you. So Clive, it's your turn to snig us a snog, and after Clive it will be Jim Lucas.
You're mute.
That's Clive.
Are you there, Clive?
You need to unmute yourself.
Or if we can find you, we can unmute you. Finding people is quite difficult. Are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Fire away,
Can you hear me
Clive.
now?
Fire away.
I haven't got anything to sing this week.
Oh, you're kidding. Tell us a
No,
joke.
I'm not. Yeah, what's green and goes up? What?
I don't know.
Audio now unmuted.
I'm not going anywhere at the moment. I'm just sitting listening.
Okay, Clive, in that case you are relieved.
All right.
And in that case it's straight over to Jim Lucas, followed by Bob Askew.
Just a moment while I paste into the chat about Samantha's session. And yeah, I had one number in mind, but I want to do it when David Jones is here. So I think I'll do something else. Oh, there was an old woman in Wexford town did dwell. She loved her old man dearly, but another man twice as well, with the rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee. Now that chorus is only nonsense. You can sing whatever you want, but I want you to sing it along with me. Oh, this woman, she went to the doctor, some medicine for to find. Doctor, she said, could you give me something to make me old man blind, with the rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee? He see you at all, with the rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee. But the doctor, he wrote a letter and he signed it with his hand, and he sent it to the old man just to let him understand, with the rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee. Well, she fed him eggs and marrow-bones and made him sup them all. It wasn't so very long after that he couldn't see the wall, with the rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee. He said, wife, I'd go and drown myself, but that might be a sin. Said she, I'll come to the water's edge and I'll help to push you in, with me rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee. So they jogged and jogged and jogged along till they came to the water's brim. Said she, you've come to drown yourself and me to push you in, with the rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee. Well, the old woman, she stepped back a bit to rush and push him in, but the old man quickly stepped aside and she went tumbling in, with the rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee. Oh, how loudly did she yell and how loudly did she bawl. Well, hallelujah, old woman, he said, I can't see you at all, with your rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee. Well, she swam and swam and swam about till she came to the farther brim, but the old man, he got a long barge pole, he pushed her farther in, with the rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee. Now, eggs are eggs and marrow-bones may make your old man blind, but if you want to drown him, you must creep up close behind, with the rightful little full idol and the rightful Lauralee. Oh, and I have a news notice, if somebody didn't say it while I was out making tea. Rigi Racken, for those who know him, has had a heart attack, but he's recovering, and I hear he's answering emails.
Yeah, thank you. We've actually, I've suggested if people want to send a message to Riggy, you can put something in the chat and I'll collate it all and send them all off to him together. Which obviously, if you want to send your own message separately, that's fine, but that's just an offer if you'd like to do that. Yeah, thanks, Jim, for that high-speed tale of marital strife. Bob Askew is up next, followed by Casey.
I'd like to sing a song written by Roger Watson, who sadly can't perform anymore. He wrote it down here in Hampshire, I believe, when he was walking along the seashore. He says it's the ocean shore. I think this is a song for these times, but the last verse is probably for the likes of President Trump and President Baldwin. It's his version of Just as the Tide Was Flowing. I was walking by the ocean's edge in the light of a May morning, while all around was fast asleep and the day was just a dawning. Beneath the debris on the beach and farther than my eyes could reach, a greater power than all and each within the tide was flowing. I remembered tales of our glorious past, when Great Britannia ruled these waves. Millions were killed and thousands drowned, and then free nations turned to slaves. Then I remembered King Canute, who to the yes men in his suit, he pointed out the greater truth that in the tide was flowing. I looked to the east and I looked to the west, and I turned and looked behind me, where the old sea wall and storm-racked pier was standing to remind me that steel were bent and iron were rust, and bricks and mortar turned to dust. Oh, live we may, but change we must, just as the tide turns flowing. And day by day new empires rise of selfish satisfaction, but drop by drop we may turn the tide with every kindly action. These days of dehumanity, these days of greed and vanity, all in due course will cease to be, just as the tide turns flowing.
It's about time we had a change in the tide, I reckon, Bob. So, yeah, well timed. I'm not sure we'll get one though. So, Jan Ayres is next, and then it'll be Steve Suffet. Have I called you already, Jan? I hope so.
No, you hadn't. But
You was going to be Casey.
Oh, okay. So, okay, sorry. It's okay. Then in that case, it's Casey. Then it's Jan, and then Steve. Sorry, Casey, you disappeared off my panel. Can't hear you, Casey. I think you need to unmute again.
I said my hat is off to anyone who can wrangle this many cats at once. All right. Well, you were talking earlier about the fact that folk singers tend to have a dark turn of mind, and that reminded me of a song I love by Gillian Welch. Take me and love me if you want me. Don't ever treat me unkindly me with a dark turn of mind. Now I see the bones in the river. I feel the wind in the pines, and I hear the shadows a-calling to a girl with a dark turn of mind. But oh, ain't the night time so lovely to see? And don't all the night birds sing sweetly? You'll never know how happy I'll be when the sun's going down. Leave me if I'm feeling too lonely. Full as the fruit on the vine, you know that some girls are bright as the morning, and some have a dark turn of mind. You leave me if I'm feeling too lonely. Full as the fruit on the vine, you know that some girls are bright as the morning. Some girls are blessed with a dark turn of mind.
Good. Nice.
We're going down a great blues route this evening. If that was blues, I think that was blues approximately, was it? Whatever it was great. Thank you. So Jan is next, and then it'll be Steve Suffet.
Okay, well, in true folk tradition, this tune and the chorus are by Andy Barnes, and some of the ideas are Andy Barnes, but I've rewritten it to suit me. I'll start with the chorus. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, summer dies and autumn follows. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, and spring comes after winter. Christmas time we have our carols sung in chorus and on high. Then at New Year comes a wassail, mistress and master dance so blithe. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, summer dies and autumn follows. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, and spring comes after winter. Easter's a time of regeneration, eggs and buns that bear a cross. May Day is a time for celebration, way hey, get along, old hobby hoss. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, summer dies and autumn follows. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, and spring comes after winter. Summer is a time of a growing, green fields turn to gold in the sun. Autumn is the time of the harvest, raise a song when work is done. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, summer dies and autumn follows. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, and spring comes after winter. October brings the eve of All Hallows, when souls that are gone to walk the earth. November lit with fire and sparks, in remembrance of Guy Fawkes. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, summer dies and autumn follows. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, and spring comes after winter. Then once again we're round to winter, rest for ploughboy and his team. Holly and oak kings join in battle to greet the sun on the shortest day. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, summer dies and autumn follows. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, and spring comes after winter. Holly and mistletoe, decorated Yuletide, tree lights sparkle at the end of day. Guises and mummers visit houses to dance and play and ask for pay. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, summer dies and autumn follows. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, and spring comes after winter. There's a song for every season, sing it from your heart. Never sung without a reason, each of us plays his part. Last chorus. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, summer dies and autumn follows. Turn, turn, ye seasons, turn, and spring comes after winter. Thank you.
That was lovely.
Apparently winter comes on the 1st of September. It's absolutely freezing where I am.
Yes.
Well, actually, I think winter came a few days ago.
So good timing, Jan, for the changing seasons.
Well,
Where I am, it suddenly got very warm today.
My heating decided to kick in the other night, which was quite a surprise. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, so Steve Suffet is next, and after Steve it will be Tara. Hello, Steve?
Steve, you have to unmute yourself.
What I did. I just did again. I unmuted myself for the second time. I think it worked this time, yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Good. Okay, thank you. I am an old man, just doing what I can. I'm standing on the street and I'm singing songs so sweet. Give me a dime and send me down the line, 'cause I'm a singer of old songs. I play an old guitar, I never was a star. Well, I know 3 chords, maybe I know 4. Just give me a dime and send me down the line, 'cause I'm a singer of old songs. I'll sing you a tune called The Rising of the Moon, and I'll sing another one called The Setting of the Sun. Just give me a dime and send me down the line, 'cause I'm a singer of old songs. The rock and rollers came, and the hip-hops did the same. I try to sing their songs, but I always sang them wrong. Just give me a dime and send me down the line, 'cause I'm a singer of old songs. Once I had a brother, a sister and a lover. Once I had a home that I could call my own. Just give me a dime and send me down the line, 'cause I'm a singer of old songs. So come and gather round when you see me in your town, and listen to my song, and you can sing along. Just give me a dime and send me down the line, 'cause I'm a singer of old songs. Now one day the Lord will call me to walk that lonesome valley. Until that day arrives, well, I am still alive. Just give me a dime and send me down the line, 'cause I'm a singer of old songs. Singer of old songs by moi.
Sure, you know more than three chords, Steve.
That song only had three chords in it. And I rarely do a song that has more than four.
Well, thank you for that. And yeah, we'll have any old songs you have to offer Tara, or any old song. What have you got for us? After Tara, it's David Diamond.
Hi. Well, I'm going to do an old school song, because I went to this school called Glenham College that was an independent primary school for a couple of years when I was little. And there was a teacher called Mrs. Walker, who was our choir mistress and made us sing all sorts of songs from Mary Poppins and from The Sound of Music. But she also made up her own school song, which I really like. And so I'm gonna sing it to you as I remember it. So forgive me if Mrs. Walker, she's probably dead now, so she won't know. Anyway, I'll sing what I can remember. But I love this song. Well done, Mrs. Walker. We're the boys and girls of Glenham, teachers we regard with venom. Maths is an abomination, history's a bore. Books are just to make a mess on, geography's a shocking lesson. With our English we must press on, though it's all a chore. Let's get rid of drawing, needlework so boring. A, B, C and 1, 2, 3, and geometry we have to go exploring. Red and green and blue house fighting, and we find it so exciting. Cups and shields for our delighting. Come on, Glenham School. We are in the choir, can't sing any higher. Do, re, mi, and sol, la, ti. It really isn't all that we desire, but we'll press on to the ending, honours of our school defending. To our work, our backs we're bending. Come on, Glenham School. Oh, we love Glenham School. I loved you, Miss Walker. You were so funny. There you go. That's my song.
Yay.
Great, Tara. I wonder how many other people remember that and are still singing it. Who knows? Anyone with you on the needlework? Definitely. Very boring. Okay, David Diamond, our first David of the evening. Very exciting. And after David, it will be Pal. Are you there, David?
You're very, very quiet.
I can't hear you at all. Oh.
Pass me over there.
Oh, can't really hear you at all. No, I think you're no.
I'm unmuted according to this.
Oh, David, I really can't hear you at all. I wonder if you could. We might have to come back to you once you have improved your sound quality. Unless you are you there?
I'm here, but I don't know what's wrong with my sound. So you go ahead with other people.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. So we'll have Pal. Sorry to spring that on you, Pal. And then we'll come back to you, David. Okay. And hopefully we'll be all right. You'll be all right by then. Yeah. Okay, over to you, Pal.
Okay. This time last year I was at Whitby and I got this lovely song from Kevin Mitchell, which I will try and do for you now. Must I go bound while you go free? Must I love them who wouldn't love me? Or must I act a childish part for the love of a lad who breaks my heart? Oh, once I heard a shepherd sing that marrying was a very fine thing, but to my grief I found it so, that my marrying day was my day of woe. The first thing he bought me was a dress to wear. 'Twas lined with sorrow and bound with care. He brought me vinegar mixed with gall, and the blows that he gave were the worst of all. When I had money, sure he had part. When I had none, he had my heart. The more I wink, sure I'm not blind. When he had money, it was none of mine. Oh, the trees are green and the meadows gay. The leaves are spreading on every tree. The time will come and we shall see. He'll be stepping upstairs with love for me.
Buffy St. Marie sang that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Beautiful
Lovely
verse.
as ever, pal. Thank you.
Oh.
So it's hopefully David next. David
Thanks.
Diamond. That's sounding a bit better. After David, it'll be Graham Baldwin. So let's hope things continue well with your sound system, David.
Okay, I think it's all right now. Can you?
You need to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Yes.
Hooray. Okay. Last week we had a very fine rendition of Boozing, and sadly I have to tell you that there is a non-alcoholic version of Boozing, which happens to be in the David Diamond Songbook, available free on request by email. But that's another story. And it contains a word which everybody in England will know and few in America will know, called skiving. So you can ask me afterwards if you don't know it. Most people will, I think. Okay. What are the joys of the poor working man? Why, skiving, bloody well skiving. What is he doing whenever he can? He's skiving, bloody well skiving. He stops for a chat, he stops for his tea, he stops for a smoke, then he stops for a pee. The foreman says sadly, now where can he be? He's skiving, bloody well skiving. Skiving, skiving, just you and me. Skiving, skiving, don't you agree? There's no need to work when the boss cannot see. You're skiving, bloody well skiving. What are the joys of the management class? Skiving, bloody well skiving. Why are they sitting so long on their arse? They're skiving, bloody well skiving. They're writing long memos, Lord, how they whine, for acres of desk and for chairs that recline, and cushions that don't give your trousers a shine. When you're skiving, bloody well skiving. Skiving, skiving, just you and me. Skiving, skiving, don't you agree? There's no need to work if the boss cannot see. You're skiving, bloody well skiving. What are the joys of the men on the board? Skiving, bloody well skiving. What do they vote for in single accord? Skiving, bloody well skiving. The order book's empty, the creditors stern, the men are on strike, and there's no place to turn. I bought some new golf clubs, I moved to adjourn and go skiving, bloody well skiving. Skiving, skiving, just you and me. Skiving, skiving, don't you agree? There's no need to work when the boss cannot see. You're skiving, bloody well skiving. What are the joys of the cabinet lots? Skiving, bloody well skiving. What are they doing as likely as not? Skiving, bloody well skiving. They drive to the house, on the front bench they sit. They answer each question with wisdom and wit. But we've seen the results and we know it's all. They're just skiving, bloody well skiving. Skiving, skiving, just you and me. Skiving, skiving, don't you agree? There's no need to work if the boss cannot see. You're skiving, bloody well skiving. What are the joys of the whole human race? Skiving, bloody well skiving. There's guilty contentment on every face. It's skiving, bloody well skiving. There's just one exception, I hope you'll agree. For I've twisted me back and I've injured me knee. And I won't take it kindly if you accuse me of skiving, bloody well skiving.
Great.
No explanation of what skiving means needed. I think if you pick it up from that, you must be a bit slow, to be honest.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, so Graham Baldwin, you are no longer skiving. You are on next, and after you, it will be David Kidman.
Okay.
Hello.
Unmute yourself again, Graham.
I think what's happening is the people are unmuting themselves before Caroline has muted everybody. And then, so you have to wait to be muted and then unmute yourself. So,
Sorry about that. Sorry, Caroline.
No,
40 years ago today, I came to North America and I've been here ever since. And when I came here, there were two types of folk music which I couldn't stand. One was country and the other was Western. And you've probably heard that joke before. So here I'm now, after 40 years, I'm going to do you a country and Western song. We've been dating since high school. We never once left this town. We used to go out on the weekend and we'd drink till we drown. But now she's acting funny and I don't understand. I think that she's found her some other man. She left me for Jesus, and that just ain't fair. She said that he's perfect. How could I compare? She said I should find him, and I'll know peace at last. If I ever find Jesus, I'm kicking his ass. She showed me a picture. All I could do was stare at that freak in his sandals with his long pretty hair. They must think that I'm stupid, or I don't have a clue. I bet he's a commie, or even worse, a Jew. She left me for Jesus, and that just ain't fair. She said that he's perfect. How could I compare? She said I could find him, then I'll know peace at last. If I ever find Jesus, I'm kicking his ass. She's given up whiskey and taken up wine while she prays for his troubles. She's forgotten about mine. I'm gonna get even. I can't handle the shame. Why, the last time we made love, she even called out his name. She left me for Jesus, and that just ain't fair. She said that he's perfect. How could I compare? She says I should find him, and I'll know peace at last. If I ever find Jesus, I'm kicking his ass. It could have been Carlos, or even Billy, or Ted. But if I ever find Jesus, he's gonna wish he was dead.
Brilliant.
Written by written by a Texan called Hein Carll.
I haven't got a charge from there anymore.
Never
Oh,
trust a man in sandals. So, Graham, to be
My
honest,
gosh, you wouldn't imagine that coming out of Texas, would you?
Graham, was it you that asked which songs were allowed and which weren't? Because we may need to revise our rules after.
Well, I must admit, I did change the song I was going to sing after you opened it up like that,
Okay, so David Kidman, you have to follow that, and then let's have John White after that.
Yay.
There you go. I was waiting until Caroline had muted everybody. You got me okay?
Yeah.
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 Great. At least that worked. We've had some old songs, so here's the old songs. Words by Bob Copper in the 40s, tune by Peter Bellamy in the beginning of the 80s. Great chorus song to join in with, but alas, I will have to be watching you. Oh, you may moan with plaintive tone your gormless modern tune, but I will roar along the shore beneath the blood-red moon. And songs that Nelson's sailors sang shall ring across the wave, and 50,000 sailor men will join the chorus brave. A chorus brave and tarry that savours of the sea, and 50,000 sailor men will rise to sing with me. The old songs, yes, the old songs that gave our fathers joy. The songs they sang till the welkin rang when Nelson was a boy. Or in the dusty sunlit barn a farmer's song I'll sing, a country rhyme to a rhythmic time of flails that thump and swing. All up and down the threshing floor to win the golden grain, and 50,000 thresher men will join our bold refrain. A bold refrain and fearless that springs from English soil, and 50,000 thresher men will join my song of toil. The old songs that gave our fathers joy, the songs they sang till the welkin rang when Nelson was a boy. Now in the depths of cellar cool, reclining on a bench, when I've dispersed an honest thirst that ale alone can quench, I will wake the vaulted echoes wide in praise of barley brew, and 50,000 drinking men will join our chorus true. A chorus true and hearty of hops and barley malt, and 50,000 drinking men will prove their worth, their salt. The old songs, yes, the old songs that gave our fathers joy. The songs they sang till the welkin rang when Nelson was a boy. They will echo onward down the years and never, never fade. For 50,000 singing men will never be afraid, for to raise their lusty voices, their spirits to revive, and tell to all eternity we're glad that we're alive. The old songs, yes, the old songs that gave our fathers joy. The songs they sang till the welkin rang when Nelson was a boy.
Great chorus song and fabulous harmonies, everyone. Well done. So, John White, I hope we do not have the unmuting problem that we had last week, because you are on next. And after John, let's have a song from Judy Cook.
Yay.
Towards the end.
So it's a race between me and Caroline to find John and unmute him.
I can't unmute. All I can do is ask to unmute.
Oh. John, are you able to respond to that?
John, are you hearing us?
It's quite annoying what Zoom have done. I have sent them a few strongly worded complaints.
Mm-hmm.
We can't hear you, John, unfortunately. I think you need to unmute yourself in response to, there's probably something popped up on the screen, or you could try. Can you hear us, John? Can't hear you at all. You're still muted as far as we're concerned. No. This is exactly what happened last week.
How about if you unmute everybody? Would that unmute?
No, we can't do it. It's the same thing, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to try asking all to unmute, but I don't think it will work.
Because it's already asked him to unmute.
No.
It's unmuted us.
We all mute ourselves.
Has to unmute.
Yeah, I'm going to mute everyone again. There's a lot of background interference. So, John, we're going to have to leave you again just now. I don't know if you're able to get some assistance there at all. But we'll come back to you and get you on one way or another, I hope. So that means it's now time for Judy Cook. After Judy, it will hopefully be John. If not, it'll be Sheila Miller.
Alison grows that lives in yon tower, the ugliest witch in the north country. She trysted me one day up to her bower, and many fine speeches she made to me. She stroked my head and she combed my hair. She set me down softly upon her knee, said, "If you will be my lover so true, so many fine things I would give to thee." She showed me a mantle of red scarlet, with golden flowers and fringes fine, said, "If you will be my lover so true, this goodly gift, it shall be thine." Away, away, you ugly witch, go far away and let me be. I never will be your lover so true, and I wish I were out of your company. She next brought a shirt of the softest silk, well wrought with pearls all about the band, said, if you will be my own true love, this goodly gift you shall command. She showed me a cup of the good red gold, well set with jewels so fair to see, said, if you will be my lover so true, this goodly gift I will give to thee.
5, 6.
Away, away, you ugly witch, go
9.
far away and let me be. I never would once kiss your ugly mouth for all of the gifts you could give to me. She's turned her right and round about, 3 times she blew on a grass-green horn. She muttered such words that my strength it did fail, and I fell down senseless upon the ground. She's turned me into an ugly worm, and made me toddle about the tree, and ever since then, every Saturday night, my own sister Maisry comes to me with a silver basin and silver comb to comb my heady upon her knee. But sooner than kiss that ugly mouth, I'd much rather toddle about the tree. Then, as it happened last Halloween, the fairy court came riding by. The Queen lighted down on the Gowanee bank, not far from the tree where I did lie. She picked me up in her milk-white hand and stroked me gently across her knee. She turned me back into my own proper shape, and no more need I toddle about the tree. Alison Gross.
Ooh, right. Wow.
A ballad with a happy ending.
Love it.
Lovely as ever, Judy. And yeah, I don't know about that. I'd rather toddle about the tree. It doesn't seem that bad to me. It's not exactly the same level as I'd rather stick pins in my eyes. So anyway.
I figure it's another form of isolation, you know. And I mean, it's sort of enforced. It keeps.
He's toddling about the tree as a loathsome serpent. Remember?
That's right. Oh, I know. But see, that's the.
No, I was sorry. I was telling Amanda. I know that
How does a serpent toddle even? Never mind. Let's move. Let's move on.
It's a strange verb.
I just wanted to say, have you ever noticed how similar that tune is? I mean, yes, obviously I got it from Steel Eye Span, but if you take out the electronics and the syncopation, it's very similar to Down in Yon Forest from the Oxford Book of Carll.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And the words, the story, it's like a mixed bits of 3 different ballads all together.
Yeah.
A bit of Alison Gross and, there's a couple of other things. Bit of Tam Lin as well, almost.
He got he wasn't very nice in rejecting her. So he got what he deserved.
Right to do so.
It's an unusual take on it. At least I like it.
It's still a bit of an overreaction to turn him into a dragon.
Hello, Amanda.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, is that John?
Hey!
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
My charming lodger Zena has just unmuted me.
Okay, huge thanks to charming lodger Zena. In that case, can everybody please mute themselves rather than Caroline muting everyone, or we will lose John again. And we will then, after everyone's muted, we will have John sing, and then after John, it will be Sheila Miller.
Right, hello folks, sorry about the delay, especially as I want to do something a little bit different this evening. And I'm going to do a ballad. But as it's 700 years since they first emerged, we don't really know how they were first presented. Presumably many of them were sung, but I'm quite sure that many of them must have been recited or spoken. And that's what I'd like to do this evening with one of the best known, because I think it reveals aspects of the ballad that we don't always hear in other modes. First of all, is the wonderful economy of the writing. Have you ever thought you jump cut from one place to another, one person to another, and also hearing the words, I think, increases the wonderful emotional drama of so many of the ballads. So anyway, here is the granddaddy of all ballads, the ballad of Sir Patrick Spens. The king sits in Dunfermline tune, drinking the blood-red wine. Oh, where will I get me a scaly skipper to sail this new ship of mine? And up and spoke an elder knight, sat at the king's right knee. Sir Patrick Spens is the best sailor that ever sailed the sea. The king has written the brave letter and signed it with his hand, sent it to Sir Patrick Spens, was walking on the strand. The first line that Sir Patrick read, salute, lewd, lewd, laughed he. The second line, Sir Patrick read, the tear blinded his eye. Oh, who is this has done this deed and tarred the king of me? So send a suit at this time of the year to sail upon the sea. Be it wind, be it wheat, be it star, be it sleet, our ship must sail the fame. The king's daughter of Norway, 'tis we must bring her hame. They hoise themselves on a man any more with all the speeds they may. They have landed in Norway upon a Woden's day. They hadn't been in Norway a week but barely tway, when that the lords of Norway began aloud to say, ye Scottish men spend all our king's gold and all our queen's fee. You lee aloud, full lood I hear lee, for I have brought as much of our king's money across the seas with me. Mak ready, my merry now. Our good ship sails the morn. Now ever alack, my master dear, I fear a deadly storm. I saw the new moon yestreen, with the old moon in her arm. And if we gang to sea, master, I fear we'll come to harm. They hadna sailed a league, but barely 3, when the lift grew dark and the wind blew loud, and gully grew the sea. The anchor black and the topmast laugh, it was sick of a deadly storm, and the waves came out of that broken ship till all her sides were torn. Go fetch a web of the silken claith, and hither of the twine, and warp them into our good ship's side, and let not the sea come in. They fetched that web of the silken claith, and hither of the twine. They warped it into that good ship's side, but still the sea came in. Oh, laith were the good Scots lords to wet their cork-heeled shoon. But long array the play was played, they wot their hats aboon. How many was the feather bed that fluttered on the fame? How many was the good Lord's son that never more come hame? Oh, lang, lang may the maidens sit with their combs into their hand, before they see Sir Patrick Spens come sailing up the strand. And lang, lang may the maidens sit with their goud canes in their hair, a-waiting for the reindeer loves, for them they'll see nae mair. Half hour to Aberdour, 'tis 50 fathoms deep, and there lies good Sir Patrick Spens, with the Scots lords at his feet.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that was wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you.
Absolutely spellbinding, John. I am so glad you got unmuted. Who needs tunes?
That was amazing.
Oh, tunes are nice too, though.
All right then, Sheila, give us one with a tune. After Sheila, it will be Mal Cannell.
Well, John didn't do a music hall song, so I will. This was sung on the halls by the great Vesta Victoria, who, as I've said before, is one of my favourite songs from the music hall era. It's a follow-up to another song that she sang, which is better known. I like this one for reasons that will become obvious. Usually do this with someone playing the piano, so I have to try to pitch it right. You've heard me tell the story how I waited at the church, and how a wretched bounder went and left me in the lurch. The way he made me spend my cash on all my twiddly bits. But what I haven't told you is the way that I got quits. I found out where his missus lived, and to myself I thinks, I'll just go round and say to Mrs. Obadiah Binks, I'm the girl he left in the lurch. I'm the one who was waiting at the church, but I've got another fellow in my eye, so I'm all right without him. I found out where his wife was hid, told her all he said, told her all he did. There's a very dark night in front of him, for I've told his missus all about him. I told her how we'd sit in lanes and bill and coo and purr. She knew that every word was true, he'd done the same with her. To prove I knew him fluently, some secrets I did tell, which I simply could not have known unless I knew him well. I said, he's got a beauty spot upon his offside knee. I saw that at the sea when we went paddling, you see. I'm the girl he left in the lurch. I'm the one who was waiting at the church, but I've got another fellow in my eye, so I'm all right without him. I found out where his wife was hid, told her all he said, told her all he did. There's a very dark night in front of him, for I've told his missus all about him. She sympathized with me, she did, as any woman ought. She said, well, he's been courting you, but I'm the one he's caught. But only wait till he gets home when lights are low and dim. I'll give him wife won't let me when I lay my hands on him. Before I left, she showed to me her twins so large and fine. I said, well, I've been lucky, or they might have both been mine. I'm the one girl he left in the lurch. I'm the one who was waiting at the church, but I've got another fellow in my eye, so I'm all right without him. I found out where his wife was hid, told her all he said, told her all he did. There's a very dark night in front of him, for I've told his missus all about him.
Fantastic. It's great.
Great. I should admit that I changed the last bit of the last verse, because in the original she says, well, I've been unlucky, or they might have both been mine, which is more sisterly. And I quite regret making it less sisterly, but I think that my version is funnier.
It sure is.
Well, it serves him right. So well done, Sheila. And okay, so Mal, Cannell. Mal, this might be your first time here. Enlighten us if not, but welcome. And after Mal, it will be Elizabeth Block.
Yeah, I've been to shops before, but not online, I have to say. This is the our local maritime festival isn't happening next weekend, so I'll do a sea song. Come all ye maidens gay, oh delight in sailors' joy. Come listen while I sing to you a song. When Jack Tar he comes on shore with his gold and silver in store, there's no one can get rid of it so soon. The first thing Jack requires is a fiddler to his hand. and likewise the best liquor of every kind. And a pretty girl likewise, with two dark and roving eyes, and Jack Tar is suited to his mind. Well, the landlady comes in, all dressed in her Sunday best, and she looked like some bright evening star, and she thought she'd wait on him when she saw he'd plenty of tin, choke him down 2 for 1 behind the bar. Now Jack, all in his rage, he threw bottles at her head, and likewise all the glasses he let fly, and the poor girl in her fright called the watchman of the night, saying, "Take this young sailor away." Now Jack did understand that the ship lay wanting hands, and to him he went straightway down. With a fair, a pleasant gale, he unfurled the mighty sail, bid adieu to the ladies of the town. Well, we lay her all aback like a cutter or a smack, as we lay from the lee to the weather, and we kept her full and by, close to windward we did lie. We were bound for Blackwall in stormy weather, bound for Blackwall in stormy weather.
Thank you, Mal, and good debut for Sharps in Isolation. Good to hear you've been to Sharps itself as well. So Elizabeth Block is our next singer, and then to close the first half, could I have Caroline the muter, please?
I think Elizabeth said she had to go to another meeting.
I think she's still here, unless she's just left herself.
I think she's left her video on, but I think she did say that she had to go to another meeting.
Oh, well, yeah, she did say that, but I assume since she was okay. Oh well, in that case, rather than have an empty chair sing to us, it's over to Caroline, and then we'll have the parish notices.
Okay. Apologies to people who are in the sing round on Saturday, because I was singing that there, but I'm just learned it, so I'll sing it again. Awake, awake, you drowsy traitor. Awake, arise, it's almost day. How can you sleep such treacherous slumbers, when you have all my heart away? You learned my secrets, warmed and comfort, but left me cold now, so it seems. You left me lying, prone to crying, and beset my waking dreams. Farewell, my friends, farewell, my family. Now I am bound while he goes free. I will go down to those far white mountains, where the air is thin and you cannot see. I thought I heard your voice a-shouting. I thought I heard you loud and clear, but it was just a faithless echo, and it held nothing that I could hold dear. I loved his face, I loved his body, I loved his voice when he sang with me, and every day brought port and brandy to toast his health with a glass or three. Now take my heart, I do not need it. I'm done with love, I'm safe alone, and I'll sit here on my white mountain and watch your beauty turn to stone. Thanks.
Lovely.
That was lovely, Caroline.
Yeah, gorgeous. Well worth a second listening. Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you.
Great way to finish the first half. Of course, we're going to do it all again with different singers in the second half. But in the meantime, time for parish notices before we have a bit of a break. So I'll just pause the so we'll start the second half with Wendy, followed by Chris Lamb.
Obviously just got back in time. Blimey, sorry. I'm going to kind of take a leaf out of David's book. He was singing a song by Peter Bellamy. And apologies to people who heard me sing this before. This is a song putting Kipling's poem to music. Sorry, I'm all of a flutter. My phone's gone. I need my note. Apologies. Okay. It's from a Kipling poem. Have you news of my boy Jack? Not this tide. When do you think that he'll come back? Not with this wind blowing and this tide. Has anyone else had word of him? Not this tide. For what has sunk will hardly swim. Not with this wind blowing and this tide. Oh, what comfort can I find? None this tide or any tide, except he did not shame his kind, not even with that wind blowing and that tide. Then hold your head up all the more, this tide and every tide, because he was the son you bore and gave to that wind blowing and that tide. Thank you.
Oh, brilliant. Lovely, lovely, Wendy.
Well, I'm really sorry, Chris, but you're going to have to follow that.
Always have to follow somebody, don't I?
You always have songs that follow something. So it's Chris Lamb, and then it will be Gwyneth.
Close the coal house door, lad, there's blood inside. Blood from broken hands and feet, blood that's dried on pit-black meat, blood from hearts that know no beat. Close the coal house door, lad, there's blood inside. Close the coal house door, lad, there's bones inside. Mangled, splintered piles of bones, buried 'neath a mile of stones, not a soul to hear the groans. Close the coal house door, lad, there's bones inside. Close the coal house door, lad, there's bairns inside. Bairns that saw the blackness slide, bairns that had no time to hide, bairns beneath the mountainside. Close the coal house door, lad, there's bairns inside. Close the coal house door, lad, and stay outside. Geordie's standing at the door, and Mrs. Jackson, like a fool, complains about the price of coal. Close the coal house door, lad, and stay outside. Close the coal house door, lad, there's blood inside, there's bones inside, there's bairns inside, so stay outside.
Wow.
Oh, it's mostly closed these days, of course.
Yes, true.
That's such a powerful song. Good rendition, Chris. Thank you. So, oh, my list has moved about and I have lost track. Where are we? Yes, it's Gwyneth. Gwyneth, I don't know if Tamsin is with you. If she is,
she's just gone to because she's doing a sort of 14-hour day at the moment. So
oh boy,
she's got to be up to, and then she won't be home till about 8 tomorrow. So
yeah. Okay, that's a shame. Maybe next week.
Next week.
Anyway, it's you, and then it will be Marianne.
Okay. I'm going to do a New Bell Wake. It's written about the suburb in Birmingham called Kings Norton, which is just next to Bourneville, where the chocolate factory is. Just to give you an idea of place. When Norton raised at last, my friends, a new bell in the steeple, the ringers tried to make amends by rousing up the people. One morn, you know, before cockcrow, they suddenly got ringing, and for to make a new bell wake, set all the bells swinging. They banged each bell and rang so well, so true their parts did take, that from morn till night was loud delight at Norton New Bell Wake. Such ringing ne'er was known before, they fairly shook the spire. They kicked up one continuous roar, 'twas slam round change and fire. The guns did shoot and folks did hoot on hearing such a clatter. They ran about to see the rout and learn what was the matter. They banged each bell and rang so well, so true their parts did take, that from morn till night was loud delight at Norton New Bell Wake. The beadle led some parsonage maid the second bell to ring. Then Wrencher Jim the third pulled in, the fourth did Collins ring. Dibble fifth and Atkins Ben chimed in the sixth so merry. Tom Mason was seventh, the tenor bell was rattled in by Jerry. They banged each bell and rang so well, so true their parts did take, that from morn till night was loud delight at Norton New Bell Wake. They drank to at a furious rate and nearly spent their store. 2d was all left in the plate, and they could raise no more. The warden coming just in time behaved them fair and well. They raised a shout when he turned out 2 shillings for each bell. They banged each bell and rang so well, so true their parts did take, that from morn till night was loud delight at Norton New Bellwake. At length one night, and what a sight was there on Norton Green, and what a squall at Osborne's stall when they fired her magazine. The crackers flew and serpents too made all the neighbourhood quake. Folks thought the devil, as seemed but civil, had come to the New Bellwake. It was crack and fizz and smack and whiz, the cakes again did bake. The powder stank and most were drunk to end the New Bellwake.
Beautiful.
Lovely. Nice.
Indeed. Thank you, Gwyneth. Lovely. So Marianne is our next singer, and then it will be Lisa Null.
Hello.
Hello, I think you might need to unmute
Unmute.
yourself.
Yes, there I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing a song that Geordie Hannah used to sing, called Brocha Bray, and Brocha is Irish for a badger warren. There aren't any badgers in the song apart from that, and it's a place near Lough Neagh in the townland of Clinty-Cracken. I just wanted to say those names because they're good. So here we go. One night as I lay slumbering in my silent bed alone, some rakish thoughts came to my mind, which caused me for to roam, for to leave my native country and the wee girl I do adore. So I thought it fit to take a trip, strange lands for to explore. The night before I went away, I was walking on Brocha Hill, when I met my true love on the road, and her eyes with tears did fill. Stay you at home, dear John, she said, and do not go away, for I'll have none to comfort me when you are on the sea. I took her by the lily white hand, and I held her hard and fast, saying adieu to you, my own true love, for my ship lies in Belfast. But if you'll prove loyal, then I'll prove true, for you know that I'm well inclined. Then we kissed, shook hands and parted, and I left my wee girl behind. Now I took her, we landed in Belfast, our ship she was in full sail, Away she went along the loch on a sweet and pleasant gale. We were sailing o'er the ocean where the foaming billows roar. And its thanks be to the heavens above, we landed safe on shore. Now, when I landed at Greenock strand, well, the people, they gathered around. They said I was a rakish youth, come to pull the harvest down. They told me to return again and never more be seen. So without delay, I sailed straight away for Erin's lovely green. Now, when I landed, now when Mary heard that her John was gone, her heart it did beat with joy, saying, come into my arms, you're my charming, lovely boy. Oh, come into my arms, on you I have thought great long, and let them all say as they will, our wedding will still go on. Now Brockabray's a nice sweet place, where nice wee girls live in. You would think they were the nightingale when they sit down to sing, where the salmon trout do sport about round Loch Ness verdant shore, and let them all say as they will, you are mine forevermore. Sinead?
Brilliant. Beautiful, Marianne.
Right, I'm going to go.
I was watching everybody watching you, and you know, usually there's a bit of fidgeting, and it was like everybody was just.
Oh, really?
Right, I could see. So
I daren't look. I daren't.
good job, good job. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
so it's now Lisa now, and then we'll have Kathy Dent.
Come on, Lisa.
Well, sitting here in COVID time, I've been singing, pulling up all the songs I never performed, but just sang to myself, rocking around the rocking chair late at night. And this is a version of the Two Sisters I learned as a teenager. I never sang because everybody else sang it, who sang ballads at all. And then I began hearing Norman Kennedy with his Benuri, oh Benuri, and somehow the tune and the rhythms of Norman Kennedy and the Scots way of singing it morphed into my own, and I came up with my own slightly bluesy, slightly Scots way of singing the Two Sisters. So I'm going to bring it out of my closet. There was an old man from the North Country. I'm going to sing it lower. There was an old man from the north country, bow and balance to me. There was an old man from the north country. He had daughters, 1, 2, 3. That will be true, true to my love, love and my love will be true to me. There was a young man come a-courting there, bow and balance to me. There was a young man come a-courting there. He did love the youngest fair, who will be true, true to my love, love and my love will be true to me. He gave to the youngest a beaver hat, bow and balance to me. He gave to the youngest a beaver hat. The oldest she thought hard of that. Who will be true, true to my love, love and my love will be true to me. Oh, he gave to the youngest a gay gold ring, bow and balance to me. He gave to the youngest a gay gold ring, and to the oldest not a single thing. That'll be true, true to my love, love and my love will be true to me. Sister, oh sister, let's walk the seashore, bow and balance to me. Oh sister, walk the seashore, to see those ships come a-sailing o'er. Who will be true, true to my love, love and my love will be true to me. They walked and they talked by undersea brim, bow and balance to me. Oh, they walked and they talked by undersea brim. The oldest pushed the youngest in. Who will be true, true to my love, love and my love will be true to me. Sister, sister, lend me your hand, bow and balance to me. Oh, sister, lend me your hand. You shall have my house and land. Who will be true, true to my love, love and my love will be true to me. Well, I'll neither lend you a hand nor glove, bow and balance to me. Oh, I'll neither lend you hand nor glove. All I want is your true love. Who will be true, true to my love, love and my love will be true to me. Well, she floated on down to the miller's dam, bow and balance to me. She cried, Miller, oh Miller, lend me your hand. All I want, if you'll take my body out on this land. Who will be true, true to my love and my love will be true to me. He upped with her fingers and doffed with her ring, bow and balance to me. He upped with her fingers and doffed with her ring. He threw her back in the brook again. Who will be true, true to my love, love and my love will be true to me. My sister was hung at her mill gate. Miller was hung at his mill gate, bow and balance to me. Oh, the miller was hung at his mill gate for the drowning of my sister Kate. Who will be true, true to my love, love and my love will be true to me. Two sisters.
Ooh, so the sister got
Did she get away with it?
He got away with it and he got his. Yeah, and she didn't, and they never even made a fiddle and had her and out of a woman's body.
I prefer the versions in which the sister gets burned. Serves her right. And I've never understood the miller's motive. What does he have to gain?
He wanted the rings off her fingers.
Yeah, but she could have given him more money. Her parents would have given him more money. So, makes no sense.
It's funny, when I learned it as a little girl, I never questioned the fact that
The bit that
sister
never
would
makes
get
sense
away
is
with it.
they go to the seaside to see the ships, and then she's drowning in a river and going to the mill dam.
This
And
is
then
known
he
as the-
pulls her out
This
of
is
the
known as the folk process, as you know very well, Richard.
It's a tidal mill. It's a tidal mill. Anyway, it does seem a bit unfair on the miller. I'm not overly fond of millers myself, but nevertheless, in this.
I beg your pardon.
Oh no! What have I said? Oh, I'm not going to recover from that. So moving on. Okay, Kathy's our next singer. Then we'll have David Jones. After a fantastic run of women, we finally have another David. But Kathy first.
Okay, nice short one, good chorus to join in with, and because it's so short, we will of course have 2 choruses at the end. And you can tell that I used to love Swan Arcade.
Why don't you do another verse?
Don't have another verse. I like 2 choruses at the end, Richard, as you very well know. Yeah, two. Bound together through the land, keep the spirit, keep the way. Brother, sister, make a stand. Unity will win the day. Raise your banner high, strength to strength and line by line. Unity must never die. Raise your banner high. Those who stand in face of strife, those who stand for liberty, fight to win a better life, fight to keep the future free. Raise your banner high, strength to strength and line by line. Unity must never die. Raise your banner high. Though the struggle brings us pain, though the struggle brings us tears, ours will be the final gain. We shall hear the victory cheers. Raise your banner high, strength to strength and line by line. Unity must never die. Raise your banner high. Raise your banner high, strength to strength and line by line. Unity must never die. Raise your banner high. Unity.
Yeah.
By John Towns.
Indeed.
We haven't had many political songs this evening for a change, so that was great to hear that, Kathy. So David Jones is our next singer, and then Elizabeth Block has been sitting at the top of the singers list and is finally ready to take her place. So David and then Elizabeth.
Oh, okay.
Unmute yourself, David.
Unmute. I'm unmuted, right?
Yep.
There we go. Okay. I'm going to have a shot at the Flying Cloud, which was a bit of a challenge for a poor old guy. because I've got a big birthday coming up this week, and after that birthday, I probably won't be able to remember anything at all.
So you're
Anyway,
going
this
to
is
35, are you?
again, yeah, for the fourth time round, yeah, almost. My name is Edward Hollander, as you will understand. I was born 10 miles from Dublin town, in Erin's lovely land. And when I was young and handsome, good fortune on me shone. My parents loved me tenderly, I was their only son. Well, my father, he rose up one day, and with him I did go. He bound me as a butcher boy to Pearson of Wicklow. I wore the bloody apron there for 3 long years or more, till I shipped on board of the Ocean Queen, belonging to Tramore. And it was in Bermuda's Island I met with Captain Moore, the captain of the Flying Cloud, the pride of Baltimore. I undertook to sail with him on a slaving voyage to go to the burning shores of Africa, where the sugar cane doth grow. Well, it all went well until the day we came to Africa's shore. 500 of them weeping slaves from their native land we bore. We bound them down with iron chains and made them walk below. Scarce 18 inches to a man was all they had to go. But the plague it came, and the fever too, and it killed them off like flies. We laid their bodies on the deck, and we hove them o'er the side. But sure the dead were lucky, for they'd have to weep no more, or drag the chain and feel the lash in Cuba forevermore. Ah, but then our money it was gone, we'd to go to sea once more. And each man stayed and listened to the words of Captain Moore. There's gold and silver to be had if you with me remain. We'll hoist the pirate flag aloft and we'll scourge the Spanish Main. Well, we all agreed but 3 young men who asked us them to land. 2 of them were Boston boys and 1 from Newfoundland. I wish to God I'd joined those lads and gone with them ashore, than to lead a cruel and reckless life along with Captain Moore. For we fought and ran with many a ship down on the Spanish Main, left many a wife and orphan child in sorrow to remain. To none we showed no mercy, but we gave them watery graves. For the saying of our captain was, dead men tell no tales. And we ran and fought with many a ship both frigate and liner too, until the British man-o'-war the Dungeness hove in view. She fired a shot across our bows as we ran before the wind, and a chain shot cut our mainmast down, and we had to fall behind. And they beat our crew to quarters as they came alongside. And soon across our quarter deck there ran a crimson tide. We fought till they killed our captain and 20 of our men. Then a bombshell set our ship on fire, and we had to surrender then. And it's now to Newgate we are come, bound down in iron chains, for the sinking and the plundering of ships on the Spanish Main. The jury found us guilty, and we are bound to die. So a young man a warning by me take, and lead not such a life as I. So fare thee well to Dublin town, and the girl that I adore. I'll never kiss your pretty cheek, nor hold your hand no more. For whiskey and bad company have made a wretch of me. So a young man a warning by me take, and shun all piracy. There you go.
Wonderful.
Nice hand as well.
Always managed
stuff,
to screw up a few words there, but it's a long time since I sung that song.
What a night it's been for ballads, and that was another one. Yeah, fantastic. And we still have 40 odd minutes to go, so thanks, David. And
long enough for another ballad.
Yeah, there's at least one. At least one. So we have Elizabeth next, and then Kate. Could you please ready to take the floor, such as it is? Elizabeth, you are there, are you?
Yeah.
Good.
Hello?
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I was thinking of something short, but everybody else is singing long. So what the hell? This is the song of the lower classes. I hope I have all the words. We are so low, we plow and sow, and we delve in the dirty clay, till we bless the plain with the golden grain, and the vale with the fragrant hay. We are so low, our place we know, 'tis down at the landlord's feet. We're not too low the grain to grow, but too low the bread to eat. We're low, down, down we go, to the hell of the deep sunk mines, where we gather the brightest gems that glow, when the crown of the despot shines. And whene'er he lacks
upon our backs fresh loads he deigns to lay. We're far too low to vote the tax, but not too low to pay. We're low, we're rabble, we know, yet by our grimy hand, the worth of kings and lords will grow in stately hall and land. Then down we kneel at the landlord's heel, cringe at the rich man's door. We're not too low to build the wall, but too low to tread the floor. We're low, we are so low, yet from our fingers glide the silken flow and the robes that glow round the limbs of the sons of pride. And what we get and what we give we know, and we know our share. We're not too low the cloth to weave, but too low the cloth to wear. We're low, to war we go to fight some foreign country. That yesterday was our greatest friend, but today is our enemy. Support the troops, politicians shout, bless them, the churchmen cry. When the war is won and home we come, who cares if we live or die? We're low, our wages are low, we work with mops and brooms. We're scarcely seen as we scrub and clean your hospital wards and rooms. We wash the sheets, we make the beds so the sick may heal and live. We're far too low health care to get, but not too low to give. We're low, on the run we go, fleeing war from our home country, hoping to find a chance of life in a land of liberty. But it's send them back, the media cry, they're a danger to the state. We're far too low to feed and clothe, not too low to fear and hate. We are so low, but soon we know that the low folk will arise. The tyrants in their towers of gold shall hear the people's cries. No more shall they hold us in thrall, their lies we will not heed. But every heart shall heed the call, and the people will be free.
Wow. If only.
Ernest Jones, in, I think 1832, and the other half is by various people, including me.
Oh, well done, Ernest Jones, and various people, including you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Injecting a good deal more politics into the evening, always welcome. So it's Kate, and then it's going to be Deirdre and Chris.
Yeah, it's an hello everybody. Yeah, I'm sure this is all fine. Al has now done the amazing technological feat of putting down the space bar for me so I can play the concertina. And what I'm going to sing is a song I often sing at this time of year. And again, it's about poverty, although in great light-hearted mode. Of course, when the people from this area of London, the sort of southeast of London, or probably different parts of towns all over the country went off hop picking at the beginning of September. It was their only chance to get out of town, and of course it was a working holiday, but as anybody throughout the world, when they pick a cash crop, they're always exploited in one way or another. And in this song, of course, the pole puller who would get the hops down from the uprights that they grow on, they were the next layer up and would be happy to exploit all these people. But they did used to have great fun. And when I used to go sort of try and get groups together to do reminiscence talks and things in the 1980s, it's unbelievable, the end of the 1980s, there were people who used to remember singing this song. This version I got from a CD track from Tim Laycock, and anyway, it's hopping down in Kent, and I was born in Kent as well. The year I was born, they started introducing technology to pick hops. Some say hopping's lousy, but I don't believe it's true. We only goes an hopping for to get a bob or two with me TIA, TIA, TIA. When we go down hopping down in Kent, there is Mother Riley sweeping out a tent with me TIA, TIA, TIA. Early in the morning the pole puller comes round. No, sorry, I'm getting this all wrong. Early in the morning, get up, you dirty little hop pickers, pick 'em up and off the ground with me TIA, TIA, TIA. Monday is our washing day, don't we get it clean? We wash it in the river and we hang it on the green with me TIA, TIA, TIA. Here comes the pole puller with his long nose and chin. Come on you hop pickers, you can stuff them in with me TIA, TIA, TIA. Don't you want some money? Yes sir, if you please, to buy a lump of bacon and a lump of mouldy cheese with me TIA, TIA, TIA. Now we've been down hopping and hopping down in Kent. Oh, we wish we'd never gone, 'cause the money is all spent with me TIA, TIA, TIA. Some say hopping's lousy, but I don't believe it's true. We only goes a hopping for to get a bob or two with me TIA, TIA, TIA. Yeah. Well, that was the next rendition I've ever done. Life goes on.
I haven't heard that for ages.
It's almost the time for the hop hoodening in Canterbury. Actually, I think that should be happening either next weekend or the weekend after that. That's always a good event.
The hop potting.
That's the uncanny timing of that song. Well done, Kate, and well done, Alan, on the space bar. So it's Deirdre and Chris next in that order or the reverse order, up to you, and then it will be Tom Reed.
Okay, is much more serious, so I'm going to go first. Down by the canebrake over by the mill lives a pretty girl and her name's Nancy Field. I knew that she loved me, I knew it was wrong. Now I'll serenade her and sing her song. Come love cup, the boat rides low, rides high and dry on the Ohio. Come, love, come away with me. We'll go down to Tennessee. Never saw a pretty girl in all my life, but that she was some boatman's wife. Boatmen dance and boatmen sing. Boatman, he'll do anything. Come, love, come, the boat rides low, rides high and dry on the Ohio. Come, love, come away with me. We'll go down to Tennessee. Well, if you go to the boatman's ball, you dance with my wife or you won't dance at all. Sky blue jacket and tarpaulin hat. Look out, boys, for the nine-tailed cat. Come, love, come, the boat rides low, rides high and dry on the Ohio. Come, love, come away with me. We'll go down to Tennessee. Boatmen dance and boatmen sing. Boatman, he do anything. And when the boatman comes on shore, he spends his money and he works for more. Come, love, come, the boat rides low, rides high and dry on the Ohio. Come, love, come away with me. We'll go down to Tennessee. Well, I've come this way and I'll come no more. Look out, boys, I'm bound for shore. And there I'll set my passion loose, and they'll cram me in the calaboose. Come, love, come, the boat rides low, rides high and dry on the Ohio. Come, love, come away with me, and we'll go down to Tennessee.
Great stuff, Deirdre. Over to Chris.
And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green? And was the holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen? And did the countenance divine shine forth upon our clouded hills? And was Jerusalem builded here among these dark satanic mills? Bring me my bow of burning gold. Bring me my arrows of desire. Bring me my spear, oh clouds unfold. Bring me my chariot of fire. I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall my sword sleep in my hand, till we have built Jerusalem, here in this world, in every land. Come all ye sons and daughters rare, whose ancient ties great wisdom speaks. Do not forsake the earth, the air, the waters wide, the rivers deep, and let no tyrant stay your hand that would impede your righteous way, till you have built Jerusalem, till we have built Jerusalem. Words, William Blake. Music, Hubert Parry. revised last line and new third verse by the ghost of William Blake, as dictated to me while sitting out on my front stoop. I just thought it needed a come all ye.
Oh, yes.
Lovely, lovely.
Worked very well, Chris. So obviously, you need to give credit to the ghost of William Blake. So yeah, great. Okay. So next we're on to Tom Reed, and then it will be Chris Miles, who at one stage was going to be our final singer of the evening, but not anymore. There's a few added to the list afterwards. So anyway, Tom and then Chris.
Thank you, Amanda. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a young lady sitting next to me. This is Alice, whom I've known for a few years now.
Just a few.
And we're going to do something brand new on a wing and a prayer. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. All the brave young soldiers have to go. Down the street they're marching row by row. The dogs of death are howling at the door. Across the sea their cannon loudly roar. So we must send our sons away to war.
Johnny dearest, Johnny, I love thee. You're the only soldier boy for me. I'll be here waiting through this darkest night. My love for you will be your guiding light. And I'll keep the home fires burning ever bright.
Molly, you're the sweetest girl of all, but I must answer to the bugle call. For to the tyrant we will never bend. My king and my dear land I must defend, and I'll fight or die until the bitter end.
Dearest Johnny, my sweetheart, miss you more each day we are apart. Know that I'll be faithful and be true. I long to say this precious word I do. The wedding bells will ring for me and you.
Molly, I'll be yours if you'll be mine. We'll be together till the end of time. They say we might be home before too long. We'll send the tyrant back where he came from. Tomorrow we go marching to the sun.
Johnny, now I'm weeping bitterly. I hear you won't be coming back to me. A bullet took my soldier boy away. Flanders fields you lie in the parade. Now my
all the brave young soldiers have to go. Down the street they're marching row by row. The dogs of death are howling at the door. Across the sea their cannon loudly roar. So we must send our sons away to war. Soldier boy.
Oh, super.
Far out.
Stunning, thank you.
Lovely to have
Yeah,
you both singing
excellent.
together. That's fabulous. And a
Indeed.
great song too.
Yeah.
So, what an evening it's been so far. Still a few singers to go. Oh, it looks like we'll go on a little past 11. I think as of next week, we're just going to have to stop at 11 no matter what, because it's exhausting. Anyway, we will get everyone on this evening, but be warned. Okay, so our next singer, not a stranger to Sharps, but I think her first time at Sharps in isolation, is Chris Miles. And after Chris, we'll have Tom Finn.
We're exhausted at 11 o'clock at night, Amanda.
Getting old.
I'll sing something for the time of year. Right. Now whistling winds and slaughtering guns bring autumn's pleasant weather. The moorcock springs on whirring wings among the bloomin' heather. Now waving grain wide o'er the plain delights the weary farmer. The moon shines bright as I rove at night and muse upon my charmer. The pear tree loose the fruitful fells, the plover loose the mountains, the woodcock haunts the lonely dells, the soaring hen the fountains. Through lofty groves the cushat roves, the path of man to Shannets. The hazel bush o'erhangs the thrush, the spreading thorn the linnet. Thus every kind their pleasure find, the savage and the tender. Some social join and leagues combine, some solitary wander. Avant away the cruel sway, tyrannic man's dominion. The sportsman's joy, the murdering cry, the fluttering gory pinion. But Peggy dear, the evening's clear, thick flies the skimming swallow.
The sky is blue, the fields in view, all fading green and yellow. Come, let us stray our gladsome way. The rustling corn, the fruited thorn, and ilk a happy creature. We'll gently walk and sweetly talk, while the silent moon shines clearly. I'll grasp thy waist and fondly pressed, swear how I love thee dearly. Not vernal showers to budding flowers, not autumn to the farmer, as dear can be as thou to me, my fair, my lovely charmer.
Lovely.
Lovely song. Lovely song.
To hear you, Chris. But be honest, you didn't do that all by yourself. There was somebody's arm and there was an accompanist. Thank you.
How did you know?
Okay, so Tom, it's you next, then it'll be Lynn.
Okay. I'm going to sing a song called The Errant Apprentice, which is set in Derry, but you might know it from the singing of Andy M. Stewart, who I think recorded it. And I don't think he wrote the lyrics. The lyrics were written by a chap called Bill Watkins, but I think he might have had a hand in writing the air. Oh, when I was a young apprentice and less than compass mentis, I took leave of all me senses. With the maid I fell in love, her ringlets so entwined me, Aphrodite's smile did blind me, Cupid's arrow struck behind me, and her father owned a pub. 'Twas there I met my nemesis in her father's licensed premises. Like a seraphim of Genesis sat Mary Ann Maguire, arrayed in fine apparel, astride a porter barrel. She looked the kind of girl that would fill you with desire. Oh, all the turtle doves were cooing as I took to my wooing, her loveliness pursuing in the springtime of that year. But she thought I should be older and more gallant and much bolder. In the uniform of a soldier, 'tis then she'd hold me dear. In extremis and euphoria, I joined with Queen Victoria for a spell of death or gloria, fighting with the Boers. To the wind I threw all caution, to return with fame and fortune, and together make a portion of matrimony's chores. Oh, on the gravestone of her mother, she swore she loved no other. But I did soon discover that she played me for a Burke, for lady luck had beached me, and intelligence had reached me, whilst I was overseas, that she had married to a Turk. Well, me, I then deserted to find the girl that flirted. Back to Ireland I reverted, for me jealousy was roused, and in Maguire's pub in Derry I found them making merry, with his arm around me Mary, as together they caroused. Well, I took me time and waited until his thirst was sated, and home he navigated through the streets of Derry town. At his lodgings he stood knocking, and while they were unlocking, I put a stone into a stocking, on his head I brought it down. 'Twas then the night's serenity was rent with loud obscenity and Ottoman profanity that I couldn't understand. With an oath he made to grab me, with full intent to stab me, and as he tried to kebab me, I went screaming up the strand. Oh, all around the town's perimeter, he chased me with his scimitar, a powerful passion limiter, to an errant in his pride. Through the waterside he chased me, to the bridge of Foyle he raced me, and at Derry Quay he faced me, so I jumped into the tide. For bravery's no virtue when some heathen's trying to hurt you, and all noble thoughts desert you when you see his curly knife. For there's many things worth trying for, and occasionally worth lying for, but there's bugger all worth dying for, so I'll stick to the single life. Shinna will.
Yay! Love that song.
One time.
Great, a bit of humour, and very well humoured for us, Tom. Thank you. So it's Lynn, and then I'll sing after Lynn, and then we'll just have a couple more performers after me.
Sorry, I think I've been competitive unmuting myself with you, Amanda. Sorry. So I'm going to sing a traditional song. It's Round 3195, but not the Mass Death I've been singing the rest of this week. To the Queen of Hearts, he's the Ace of Sorrow. He's here today, he is gone tomorrow. Young men are plenty, but sweethearts few. If my love leave me, what shall I do? When my love comes in, I gaze not around. When my love goes out, I fall in a swound. Meeting is pleasure, but parting is sorrow. He is here today, he is gone tomorrow. Had I the store in yonder mountain, where gold and silver are had for counting, I could not count for the thought of thee, my eyes so dim that I cannot see. I love my father, I love my mother, I love my sister, I love my brother. I love my friends, my relations too, but I leave them all for to follow you. My father left me both house and land, and servants many at my command. At my commandment they never shall be. I'll forsake them all for to follow thee. An ace of sorrow for the Queen of Hearts. Oh, how my bosom bleeds and smarts. Young men are plenty, but sweethearts few. If my love leave me, what shall I do?
Lovely.
Thank you, Lynn.
Love this one.
Yeah, and what a great night of songs. It's been brilliant. I'm going to sing next. After me, we have to close the evening. We have two late entrant wild cards in the form of Storm and John Johnson. So you're coming up next. But I am going to sing a song which I wrote myself, and it's kind of because of all the great ballads this evening. It's not a ballad, but it's a song inspired by a ballad, which I think is somehow appropriate. When Barbara Allen came to rest beside her lover's grave, Death scorned the love that bloomed too late to save him from the clay. For they did not meet hereafter in a heaven or a hell, and the rose and briar growing there had no great love to tell. For Barbara and her William never had their shining years, no dancing in each other's arms, no comforting of tears, no walking in a dappled wood or in high mountain heather, or drinking wine and loving long and waking late together. And yet, however often you may drink my health, or I may sit at your bedside and pledge my heart's own self, there still must come a time when one will leave and one will stay, when what was joined is sundered by the parting of the ways. For there will be no more meeting beyond that dark door, no boatman to row us, no Jordan's bright shore. Here in this plain earth our bodies will decay, but roses will grow from the bones of the love that lives in us today. For from my heart there grows a rose, and from yours a briar, twisting together to make one tree, climbing always higher. Roses and thorns in a true lover's knot, a sharp and prickly bower, but for every thorn on our love's twining tree there grow 100 flowers, and for every thorn on love's twining tree 100,000 flowers.
Yeah. Love that one.
Brilliant. Well written.
Author.
Me?
I know. I said so in the chat because I thought they might not.
I thought I said so, but maybe I glossed over
No,
it.
you didn't.
No, you did say.
You're modest, Amanda.
Thank you. Anyway,
Lovely.
so two more performers this evening, and first we have Storm, and then to close the evening, I think a newcomer in the form of John Johnson. So take it away, Storm.
Is dedicated to the frontliners. It's just about to be Labor Day. The chorus is from a song called Workers' Blues, and the poem is called A Working American at the 1976 Folklife Festival. Don't want to work on the railroad, don't want to work in the mine, don't want to work in the factory and die before my time. She made his day, talking till he agreed to call for a pencil and sign to Louise and his name on the aluminum frying pan ashtrays he made, saying, "Happy birthday, America," to show what his company could do. The largest cooking utensils manufacturers in the world. He in turn argued her into a dinner for two, his treat. If I have dinner with you, then I don't have to eat alone. Besides, he wasn't really working now, or I'd have this all done in a minute, 10 seconds. Make
You just got
Storm,
muted.
you're on mute. Suddenly you went on to mute.
Okay. What should I do? Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Okay.
keep going. I think there was something 10 seconds was about the last thing we heard, I think.
10 seconds. Okay. If I had dinner with you, then I don't have to eat alone. Besides, he wasn't really working now, or I'd have this all done in a minute, 10 seconds. Make every moment count. Fill the mold with sand and just 2 shovel loads. Her friends nudged her and went on to other booze, while she stayed to watch his metal glow. Don't wanna work in the factory. Don't wanna work in the mine. Don't wanna work on the railroad and die before my time.
Thanks, Storm.
Thank you, Storm. And a shame you, I think you self-muted halfway through, unfortunately, but a good recovery.
Came back,
Thank
yeah,
you.
back well.
So, but in the end, did you get the full poem?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so finally, John Johnson, who I've been advised has been here before, but I think it was when I was on holiday. So good to catch you now, John. Over to you to end the evening.
Thanks, Amanda.
Just unmute yourself, John.
Thanks, Amanda.
Right.
Apologies for the late arrival. This is a song by Liam Weldon, and it's called Ginny Joe. And in Dublin, that's the slang for the dandelion. So I have 2 sons, and we do our best, and we hope for the best with our children. So. Where will you be, my blue-eyed son? Oh, when your daddy's races run, when your sire his song has sung, where will you be, my little one? Where will you be, my black-haired son? Oh, when your daddy's time has come, when no more the flesh I heed, where will you be, seed of my seed? Jenny Joe, winds will blow, carrying you onward, your seed to sow, while fading down the lions lie on the earth below. Your mother pushed you from her womb, and gingerbread eyes head throughout the room, through heart and mind, and then through me, to echo through eternity. I am the tree, leaf, branch, and root, whose hands shall gather of my fruit. For flowers must blossom to fade and die. Oh, cast seed on the wind and reason why. Jenny Jo, winds will blow, carrying you onward, your seed to sow, while the fading dandelions lie on the earth below. Thank you very much.
Gorgeous stuff, Johnny.
Thank you.
Lovely, John. Great way to end the evening.
Lovely,
And thank you to absolutely everyone who sung. It's been another cracker of an evening. Thanks all for being here, and to Caroline being on the mute button. And hopefully see you all next week or in the near future.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
off to your homes.
Yes, thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
Caroline.
Thank you, Amanda.
See you all. Hope to see you all next week.
Caroline.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Amanda and
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Thanks all.
Good night, everybody.